Ghost Notes Radio betont die Pointen dazwischen. Die Momente, die man nicht hören oder sehen kann, sondern nur fühlen kann. Ghost Notes Radio. Jeden ersten Mittwoch im Monat auf 88.4. Check it.
Morgan!
Morgan!
Morgan! How are you?
Fine. There you are. Good to see you again.
You alright?
Yeah. You too?
Yeah, a little bit tired. I only got in this morning at 3:30 this morning, and I've been out the whole weekend. So yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
How are you doing this? Crazy.
On high on life.
High on life. That's good. Yeah, really nice to have you here on episode 24 on Ghost Notes Radio. So
Wonderful.
yeah, you are one of the original pioneers of drum and bass music, and you are still the most faithful soldier for the scene around the world, I think.
Oh, lovely.
I could enjoy some DJ sets from you several times, and for me, your sets are different and brings a smile always to everybody of my friends and me when we see you on the flyer. So how would you explain your style?
I would say a mixture of dance floor stuff. Probably with maybe a tint of the old school factor in there as well, I reckon. Sometimes I've got that old school factor inside the new stuff, you know?
Yeah. I come in originally from Oldenburg, live now since 99 in Berlin. And for us, Bremen and Hamburg were the places to be to see you and your English DJ colleagues. So what is the biggest difference for you between the island and the mainland? Like, yeah, like England or Europe? Is there any difference there?
I mean, look, I think, to be honest, the two major players outside of the UK, for me, two major, like, they've got big scenes outside of the UK, is definitely Germany and Canada. They've got huge drum and bass followings.
Yeah.
Outside of the UK. I mean, obviously, then there's, you know, like now and still up to now, the longest running drum and bass event, jungle drum and bass event in Europe is Cheeky Mondays in Amsterdam.
Yeah. Which
is still going, and they've moved from where it was the Winston Kingdom, and they moved now to the Melkweg. You know, and they've been going, I don't know, maybe 15 years or something. So the longest running every single Monday, you know,
crazy,
which is, you know, got a big up Loz. It's a tremendous feat, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say Germany, like all over Germany. From I originally the first time I went was probably 93.
Wow.
A little town called Schwabe, which is just outside Nuremberg, Nuremberg. I remember going there like 93. And then, you know, you had the Milk Club in Mannheim, which is one of the original drum and bass clubs, club nights, and literally all over Germany. I mean, it's like back in the day, Kings of the Jungle in Hamburg. Was it in Hamburg? I think it was with Dirk that used to run Kings of the Jungle. You know, and then you obviously had down in
Mannheim, the
Mannheim,
MS Connection.
MS Connection. You had the other one over in Ludwigshafen. You know the other one in Ludwigshafen?
I don't remember the name, but yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a high tower venue.
Okay.
There's lots of floors. You know, and then obviously you had, like, which was incredible, the Dorian Gray in the bottom of the airport. That was incredible. That was mad. I remember going there one Sunday and thinking, wow, everybody's at home having Sunday dinner, and then these people are just going nuts. And also Canada. Canada, and the thing is, you wouldn't know unless you've been over there or someone had come here, because there was no internet back in those days. There was no internet. So it's you know, it's crazy when you look back, and you know, everyone used to have the tape packs of all the raves,
Okay.
and they used to re-record the tape packs,
Yeah.
or even Cool FM. They used to record the tapes off the radio and circulate those.
They have
And
celebration in June, right? Cool FM.
Yeah, I mean, 31 years.
Yeah.
31 years. I was on last night. I was on Cool FM. So, yeah, it's now legal.
Crazy. What music did you grow up?
Well, my mum used to be a jazz dancer. So she knew people like Johnny Dankworth, Cleo Lane, and Ronnie Scott even before he had his club. And so, yeah, I used to listen to a lot of jazz, a lot of soul, and funk and jazz growing up. And, you know, when I was a little kid, it kind of lodges in the back of your brain, and then it's remained there. Do you know what I mean? But and as you get older, as you get older, I think you mature with the music, and you know it's crazy when you think that you might not like it at the time, but it grows on you. Like you say, you mature with the music. You know, so a lot of probably jazz, funk, soul when I was growing up.
The vibes and the tempo are still there, huh? It's a good baseline. Stuff. Yeah. How did your journey as a DJ begin? How did you get first in touch with DJ?
I've always wanted to. I think from an early age, I wanted to DJ, and obviously, it wasn't a job when you know back then. It was a real job as such. There wasn't a job like that as such, but I wanted to do that, and I wanted to play music. So at an early age, there was me and Clarky that used to work in my shop. Before I had the shop, me and him used to be resident for Goldie's Metalheads Club as well. And we used to play house parties, and we used to play all night. We used to help string the set, string up, wire it all up, play all night, and then unstring it, and then take the turntables down the road with blankets over the top.
All by yourself.
Back to the house. To the house. And that's how it was. And we used to have crates of records, you know, like milk crates. We used to cut out the plastic, cut out where the milk would go, in the crates, and put records in there. And we used to have crates and crates of different all the records. We used to play all night long. So I mean, I wanted to play music at an early age. So as from an early age, I got into music and playing music.
You also learned an instrument. You also were into playing an instrument.
Just the turntable, really.
It's an instrument too. So who were your early influences and inspiring artists that led you to become a DJ? Was it more like your friends or a special artist, famous artist?
I don't know. I mean, over the years, it's just like, there's so many people. There was, I mean, it's like the DMC mixing champions, people like DJ Cheese and Cash Money, you know, Scratch DJs, you know, all of them they were very instrumental, I think, to the beginning of all of that, you know.
Can you remember your first big booking? I don't know if you remember as a DJ when somebody said, I give you this amount of money and you have to be there, and when you feel okay, maybe I'm kind of good and just gonna lead in the.
Remember one year, so the first station I went on, one of the first stations, Friends FM, Mad B station, was like we're talking probably around about 89, and I remember playing at Brixton, Mass. It was on New Year's Eve, and that was a good feeling. Do you know what I mean? That was a good feeling. It was to do with the radio station.
Yeah.
And it's around about 89 and proper G'd up and excited for that. Do you know what I mean? It's big.
How have you seen the drum and bass scene evolve since your beginnings? You're a long time there in this scene.
It's the thing is, it's evolving all the time.
Yeah,
I find evolving. It's changing all the time. So you must change with it or get left behind. That's the way I see it. You must keep. So we're like Doctor Who's, where we have to keep regenerating all the time. You know.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, there's changes all the time. And the thing is that the one good thing I think about our music, there is things go into the commercial field, you know, and there are artists that cross over, but mainly our music is an underground scene. And that's how I think it survived after all of these years, is that it's remained an underground scene.
Is there a particular moment or event in your career that has a significant impact on you?
Too many. Too many. One of them. So when I went to Canada, it was the week before Stevie Hyper D passed away. God rest his soul. And we played at this massive event in Canada, in Toronto, called Liquid Adrenaline, and massive warehouse, because back then it was like the Summer of Love in England. Over in Canada. This was like 90. Yeah, this was like 98, and it was, I won't forget it. It was so hot in there. So hot. I remember Stevie, God rest his soul, he literally wringed his t-shirt out and the whole sweat come out. It was mad. But that set, yeah, and it was for Liquid Adrenaline, who run by a house guy, Hatiras. You heard of Hatiras? House DJ called Hatiras. Yeah, it's a big house DJ. And he used to put events on in Toronto, and it was great because you'd have different people playing different music, all in the same arena. You know, as big raves, that's how they were, rather than now you want to hear that music, you go that room, you want to hear that music, you go that room. Back then it was like everything all in the same room. And that set is going around on the net still today, to this day. Liquid Adrenaline was a mad event. Yeah, it was so hot in there, but they were going hotty. They were going crazy in there. The vibes were incredible. Yeah, you can even hear the horns and everything going on. Yeah, you know, the horns and whistles. You can hear all of that going on when I've done a rewind. Do you know what I mean? It was that was wicked. That was one of the times out of loads. Yeah.
How many sets you played all over your career? No, you don't know it, huh? 5,000 or
I don't know. God knows. I mean, I could do 4 or 5 parties in the one night.
Yeah. And in the beginning, you saved the flyers you're on, or
yeah.
But there was a day and you stopped it.
Now there's no flyers. It's all on the internet.
Yeah, right.
So, but before, it was very important. People used to give out the flyers outside of a major event. Oh, come to this one, you know, or they'd come into my shop and they'd leave them in my shop.
Yeah.
They'd leave all the flyers in my shop. So, yeah, that was an important, giving out the flyers, the flyer crew.
Yeah.
Very important part of the whole advertising process.
Yeah. How do you approach track selection and curating your DJ sets? You do it just right before you going on stage, or you're freestyling, or you're...
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously, you know, you look at a certain tune that you think it would be for that right moment, or yeah, that tune is a good tune, but I won't play it right now. You have to, you know, catch the emotions, I think is important. Yeah. So I think a lot of freestyling is good as well. A lot of freestyling as well, I think.
So you can react to the crowd, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
always looking at the crowd.
Right.
Very important to look at the crowd.
Yeah, when we talk about the crowd, what role do fans and the energy of the audience play during your performances? You really hear it, right? And you see it, and
It's highly important, absolutely highly important for look at the crowd, see how they're reaction, get a response. It immense.
Yeah. Are there specific messages or emotions you aim to convey through your music? Like you want to bring a message to the crowd, or you just want to have a good time and dance?
I think the main thing is to make people dance.
Yeah.
you are there. You are everyone else's escapism. Yeah. So you got to let them enjoy. Yeah. Let them enjoy.
In which clubs you occasioned did you like to play the most? You got favorites clubs? Or there are so many?
Literally so many. Really, it's so many. I mean, there's a lot of clubs in England that have closed down now. That they've like bulldozed over and it's closed. I mean, there's one club, the Astoria, which used to be an old theatre.
Okay.
And it's a listed building and everything, but they brought it down and bulldozed it because it was part of the Crossrail. It was part of the Crossrail link, so they had to close it down. But that venue was an iconic, absolute iconic venue. You used to have the Cool FM birthday in there, and also Jungle Fever. Yeah, that's immense.
Did you like to tell us a little bit how about was your friendship with Stevie Hyper D?
Yeah, I mean, he was a friend of mine, and I think we had a special bond when he was on the mic, and I was DJing. We really had a special hit on. Do you know what I mean?
It was a match,
yeah. yeah, vibes, just vibes.
Yeah. What goals or projects do you have for the future as a DJ and producer you are?
Yeah, I mean, I've still got my cartoons label. I've got my cartoons label that I'm still running digitally. I will be doing maybe one-off vinyl releases, just a little special, little run of a special, maybe a picture disc down the line. I think it's just for collectors, just for collectors. I'm doing my 360 thing with Fat Man D and Profile, which we do a showcase together.
Okay.
60 showcase. And it's just great to still be out there after all of these years.
Of course. You're living your dream. Yeah.
Yes,
really
without
nice,
a doubt.
Yeah. Is it sometimes hard for you? You already said it in the beginning that you're high on life. So, but for me, like I'm 44, and sometimes it's really hard for me to stay up so late. Like the parties are still going on.
Yeah, I mean, you have to train yourself. You have to look after yourself.
Yeah,
it's very important to look after yourself. Also, yeah, and now my daughter's DJing. My eldest daughter, DJ Mills.
Yeah.
Mills, we did 3 gigs at the weekend together. It was tremendous. That in itself is mind blowing, brilliant, really, really, really good. Yeah.
Have you ever considered picking up the mic, like doing
Not
MC
for me.
stuff?
No. Only on the radio when I'm talking on the radio.
Okay.
Only when I'm talking on the radio, not spitting bars, not for me. No, I won't give up the day job.
And how is it going in London, where so many famous DJs and you meet sometimes, like with the Randall, the Mickey Finn, the Brookie, the Kenny Can?
Yeah,
you go to the park and have a picnic.
Sometimes it's hard because we're all so busy.
Yeah.
So, it's like I was up Cool FM yesterday and Brocky was up there and I had a chat afterwards. So it's, sometimes we meet I see, I was at Tri-Fest on Saturday evening, had a good chat with Kenny Ken and Mickey Finn. and X-Man was on my set. So, you know, we had a good chat. But sometimes it's hard where we're all so busy. Do you know what I mean? So it's nice when we can catch up and buck up with each other, you know?
Yeah. But it's good that you're still busy, right? So.
Oh, it's a blessing. Complete blessing. Yeah.
Really nice. So as a guest on Ghost Notes Radio, you can choose the last song of the show. So you have something in your mind what you want to hear on this episode?
Yes, maybe. Yeah, got a new artist called Gannon. New artist. A track called Four Sabres.
Four Sabres. All right. So we
FOUR, Four Sabres. Yeah, it's got a little Star Wars thing you'll recognize.
Nice.
Yeah, Four Sabres from Gannon.
So Nicky, I wish you all the best and your daughter also. So yeah, must be nice to go with your daughter to events and putting up sets.
Brilliant.
And yeah, I give you a sign if I am in London, or you give a sign when you're back to Berlin. So thank you really much to do this.
Yeah, I mean the OST club was wonderful. I played the other week. That was really good, and it was room 2. The main room was techno, and room 2 was old school, and it was fun. It was nice to just go in and just play a good old selection of old school stuff, and they enjoyed it and appreciated it.
Nice. That's a good feeling, I think. Yeah, tonight I'm going to a concert. You still remember Rancid, the punk band?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so some different stuff tonight, but yeah, I never saw them live, and they are also getting older, so I have to see them.
Brilliant. Enjoy.
Thank you very much, Nicky Blackmarket.
Brilliant. Thanks for having me.
Radio. Thanks.
Brilliant.
All the best.
Okay. Tschüss.
Tschüss. Ciao. Yo, this was Ghost Notes Radio episode 24. So yeah, with the one and only, the Nicky Blackmarket, live from London City. So if you never saw one of the set or listened to one of the sets, just do it. You find a lot in the internet, like on Mixcloud and on this label Cartoon Records. Or if you are in London, just visit his record store, the Blackmarket Records. And yeah, have a good day. Have a nice time. Ghost Notes Radio on 88.4 in Berlin, 90.7 in Potsdam, or from everywhere, from London, for example, fr-bb.org. So stay wicked, stay funky, stay fresh, be healthy, and let love rule. Ghost Notes Radio. Cheers.